What's up guys, I'm Olivia and you're watching Drivin and Vibin. Today we wanted to give you a little progress report on the renovation and give you a tour of the 1979 Argosy as is now and see kind of where we're at with the renovation process, so stay tuned. Welcome back to our channel everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. We are super excited to show you what we've been up to and everything we've been working on. Hopefully it looks a lot different to you guys and it will be very different in the next coming weeks even. So let's go inside and check it out. So right when you walk in the door, you have our bed area. I built these cubbies down below, so we'll have baskets in those full of storage. This will lift up on a hinge as well, and you will be able to access more storage back here behind the cubbies, and then our water tank is in the very front in its original position. We'll have all that plumbing hooked up very soon, and then we can secure these boards into place and put the hinge on. So to construct this bed, I used all 2x2s and 1x2s. 1x2s for anything that was running along the floor and didn't have to support a lot of load, and then 2x2s to frame up the rest of it. It was a pretty straightforward process. There were some angles in the back where the curves start to curve in, and building the template for these plywoods, Caitlin helped me out with that a lot. So that was super awesome, but it was just about a day of work to get the bed built. So right on the opposite side as you walk in the door is the fridge area. We went ahead and got our fridge and it is stocked full of soda water and LaCroix, so we have something to drink while we work. And you probably saw the basic structures of this being built out in the last video, but since then we created a template and made walls for it. We have a little shelf on top where we will have some electrical stuff, probably our boosters and things. We have an outlet up there and an outlet behind the fridge, and then we have a little cubby down here for storage as well. Side of the rig, we have our beautiful butcher's block countertop that extends all the way down to the bed, and this will be our desk area, and our eating area will fit 2 stools under there. We've got our stove sitting there right now waiting to be installed. That's a project we're going to be working on today. Unfortunately, we will have to cut this beautiful countertop, but then we can get it stained and sealed and get the sink and stove installed, and that's going to feel so huge. Also over here, you'll notice you can see out of these windows now. When we got the Argosy, all of the windows were very crazed and hazy because they used an acrylic window on all the sides to reduce weight. And it was kind of an experimental thing, so they looked really, really bad from all of the abuse over the years. So Caitlin and I struggled and fought and worked for 2 whole days straight replacing all of these windows. These frames did not want to come off or go back together. Actually cutting out the new pieces of Lexan was very easy. It cuts like butter. It was super easy to do. But getting them apart and putting them back together was a huge pain. So I don't recommend doing it if you don't have to, but it made such a big difference and it lets so much light in, and it doesn't even look like there's a window here. It's crazy. I'm so happy with how those turned out. So a big project that Kyle and Tom took on was creating these overhead cabinets here in the kitchen to give us some extra storage. It was a bit challenging to figure out how to mount them with the curb and keep them secure. So what they did is create this long metal L bracket that they riveted into the shell and the ribs, and then screwed these 2x2s into those to keep it supported, and they are super, super sturdy. The whole camper is shaking right now. And then another project they did was install this nice inset lighting underneath the cabinets as well. So that'll be great when you're cooking or washing dishes and working in the kitchen. Lastly is our beautiful undermount sink that's going to go in here. You can't see it right now because there's nothing here, but I cut out the hole for it already, and we have our faucet in place just to kind of get an idea of what it looks like. It's not installed yet or anything, but I love them both. They're beautiful. I'm so excited. Right under this beautiful window too, so it's going to be a great feature. Another project that Kyle and Tom tackled while Caitlin and I were fighting with the windows was installing our beautiful new Dometic AC, and it's got a heating element in it. It works very well, which has been very convenient in these cold days this past week, but it was a super easy install. It fit in the same exact hole that was there, even though this one's a little bit longer, and it's a nice low profile one, so it doesn't stick way off the top of the trailer, and it looks more sleek and streamlined. One of my favorite areas in the whole rig is this little reading nook and bench area over here. We'll have a nice big cushion here, and I can actually lay down and we could take a nap here if we wanted to. And so actually right under this bench area is our whole battery bank. All of our beautiful lithium-ion batteries from Battleborn are under here. They are all hooked up. Our system is online now. We can turn all the lights on and off. The inverter is hooked up. Everything's working as should, and it has been so awesome. We posted some little Instagram stories of us playing with the system and our color control Victron monitor up here that shows us everything that's coming in and going out and the percentage of the batteries, so much information. So if you look right now, you can see everything that's going on, that we've got 33 watts coming in from the grid into the inverter. The AC load is 2 watts right now. Our batteries are 100% charged, and there's this cool little graphic showing the energy moving from one place to the next. After the whole battery bank was installed, we even had a little extra room for a little storage behind them. We'll put some light things in here, maybe some sheets and linens, things like that don't take up too much room and aren't too heavy. So some of you may have seen the photos of the cool vintage door that we found and refinished. It's going to be going right here, and that will separate the whole bathroom area from the rest of the trailer. And I love the way the door turned out. It is perfect. It is so cute in here. We built this simple little door frame for it. Actually, it worked out so conveniently. Just a 2x2 and 1x2 stacked on top of each other created the perfect width for the door to fit in. So we'll probably finish this up with some trim, make it look really nice like a lot of the other areas, make it look finished, but we're keeping it off for now so it's a little bit easier to continue working on the bathroom area, which has gotten the least attention of everything so far and is one of the next big projects that we're working on. So before we get to the bathroom area, we'll show you the closets that will also be in this same space. We each have our very own closet. We have a little shelf up top for hats, scarves, gloves, anything like that. And then we'll have a little platform here where we can stick our shoes and stuff. Underneath both sides are some very important components though. The hot water heater will live under this closet, and the whole brains of the battery system lives under this closet. That's where we have our hybrid inverter, that's where we have our control panel, that's where we have all of our fuse box, the MPPT, solar charger, charge controller. There's so much going on in here. I'm so grateful we had Tom to come and explain all of this and guide us through this process. He has been an electrical wizard, and so we're super, super grateful. I think he will put out a more detailed, comprehensive video soon about the whole electrical system and all the details, so that we don't have to try to stumble through and give you all the wrong information. All right when you walk in the back, we will have a tiny little vanity here with like a vessel sink on top probably. The composting toilet will go on this side, and then this side will be the shower. Kyle has been working on a custom shower pan for us, and it's looking really good. We were going to try to get one custom made from the aluminum shop that made our wheel wells, but it was a little too curvy and had some complex things that would have required a stamp that just they didn't have, and it would have had to been custom made specifically for this, so that just didn't work out and seemed to be reasonable. So what he did was stack layers of foam and carved out the center, sanded it down smooth to create the right dip for all the water to drain through, and then fiberglassed over all of it and put a really heavy-duty paint on it. The last thing to really mention that we've done that I can think of is all of the inset lighting on the ceiling, our new fantastic vents along the way. The ceiling is completely finished and has everything installed in there, and the fans are working great. We really love these little puck lights. We got them on Amazon and they just kind of snap in. They are set up in 3 different sections in the front that you can turn on, and these 2 bathroom ones will be on their own separate switch in the back here. So even though they're not dimmable ones, we can turn on the lights farthest away from us to create a more moody, low-key vibe. If you have any other questions for us that we didn't cover in this video, we would love to hear those in the comments below. We will respond to all of those as quickly as possible. Thank you guys so much for joining us today, and we'll see you next time.